Welcome to Neo Royal, House of Pricey Cardboard. On today's episode, we have a long overdue guest appearance, MG from the MTG in Quarantine podcast. You can listen to the show on Spotify. It features multiple friends of the channel, Peter, Andy, Jiro, amongst others. Our second guest today is Zach from the Command Dudes. Zach just moved to a new place and is back with more awesome gameplay videos. The deck he brought today is Yurlok of Scorch Thrash. This is a Groupslug deck looking to add multiple sources of incremental damage on the board, as well as bringing mana burn back, meaning that any mana that is in your pool will deal you 1 damage when changing phases. He also packed a combo finish with Umbral Mantle. MG brought a fresh new commander from Modern Horizon 2, Sythis, Harvest's Hand. While on the surface this is nothing new, being a legendary Enchantress at 2 mana makes it quite interesting in the command zone. The fact that she both draw cards and gain instances of life allow for multiple synergies in the same deck. MG named the deck Hidden Sythis because he runs quite a unique package that you will soon see. Kelly will be playing our newest deck, Captain Ripley Vance. This is a soft storm deck looking to cantrip through the deck with Ripley on the battlefield to deal some massive damage on the 3rd spell each turn. The deck can win multiple ways, in a more classic storm manner with Underworld Breach and Grape Shot, or in a more combo manner with Toralf and something like a Blasphemous Act or Chandra's Ignition. We also added Zada to the list as we were already running the red cantrips that targets. For myself, I will be playing Vadrok, Apex of Thunder. This is a hidden commander Magda Brazen Outlaw looking to get Magda on the battlefield and sacrifice treasures to tutor out Maskwood Nexus, and then whatever else I might need. The deck started like a really janky dwarf tribal, and now it's getting quite focused on finding the best ways to make treasures, tutor Magda, or loop Jeska's will from the grave with Vadrok. I'm quite proud of this one. Zach's opening hand contains Zozu the Punisher, Rampaging Ferocidon, Tectonic Instability, Damnable Pact, Talisman of Impulse, Savage Lands, and Basic Mountain. MG's opening hand contains Mesa Enchantress, Hidden Herd, Hidden Guerrillas, Authority of the Consoles, Intangible Virtue, a basic Forest, and a basic Plains. Kelly's opening hand contains Electrostatic Field, Gutter Snipe, Seeding Song, Wheel of Fortune, Opal Palace, and 2 basic mountains. My opening hand contains Lord Drakis, The Weatherlight, Faithless Looting, Cultivator's Caravan, Ash Barrens, Mystic Sanctuary, and a Command Tower. Kelly gets to start this off.
Just because Zach told you your deck was janky, now you gotta win.
Yeah, I gotta win. I gotta win this game. I gotta tell him he's wrong.
You can't convince me otherwise.
And land drops a mountain. Zach land drops Savage Lands, while I land drop Mystic Monastery. MG land drops a forest, before casting Hidden Guerrillas, which I was certain until editing it was Gorillas. I am very disappointed.
I am going to play these Hidden Guerrillas. Whenever one of my opponents successfully casts an artifact spell, it becomes a 5/3 creature with trample.
Yeah,
What?
I know the gorillas card.
Yep.
Kelly land drops a Opal Palace and casts Electrostatic Field. Zach land drops a mountain and casts Talisman of Impulse, triggering the Hidden Guerrillas. I land drop a Command Tower before basic land cycling my Ash Barrens for a mountain. I then cast Faithless Looting, drawing 2 and discarding Antiquity's War and Rune of Speed. MG land drops a Plains. He then casts his commander, Sythis, Harvest's Hand.
Karametra sends her regards.
Going to combat, the Gorillas attack Kelly. Kelly land drops a mountain and casts Gutter Snipe. Zach land drops a swamp and casts a pretty good card against Kelly, Mage Hunter. On my turn, I land drop the basic mountain and cast Cultivator's Caravan. MG land drops a forest and casts Hidden Herd, triggering Sythis for a card and a life. He then casts Selesnya's Signet, before heading into combat, sending the Gorillas to me this time. Kelly land drops a mountain and casts our commander, Captain Ripley Vance.
If you were waiting for the opportune moment to try and stop me, well, that was it.
Using the Opal Palace, the pirate enters with a +1/+1 counter. Zach land drops a Blood Crypt tapped, triggering the Hidden Herd. He casts Zozu the Punisher.
I'm considering casting Vadrok just for the 3/3 first strike. It's like I might need a blocker.
I take quite the decision here, playing a Flooded Strand into a Zozu. I cast my commander, Vadrok, Apex of Thunder.
Come on, Vadrok. Let's show them how it's done.
After that, I crack my fetch for Hallowed Fountain tap, taking another 2 from Zozu. MG then drops the plains, before casting Mesa Enchantress. He then casts Spider Umbra, enchanting his commander. For his combat step, the gorillas attack Zach. In second main, MG casts Authority of the Council, drawing and passing the turn. Kelly then drops another mountain. She casts Renegade Tactics, targeting Mage Hunter. This triggers the static field and Gutter Snipe on her side, as well as the Mage Hunter on Zach's side. Kelly then casts Seeding Song, getting the same triggers. She casts Rile on the static field. We have the same triggers, but this time Captain Ripley triggers as well, gaining a +1/+1 and dealing 5 directly to MG.
I'm surprised you didn't kill the Mage Hunter.
That's what I thought.
That's true, but who knows?
Kelly then casts Blackblade Reforged, before following up with a Wheel of Fortune.
Oh god, I drew 5 lands.
Alright.
Gosh.
We draw a fresh new 7 while Kelly goes to combat, sending her general to Zach.
Draw.
So if anybody could kill Zozu, I would be very down with that.
Why Zozu?
Zach then drops a swamp. He casts Talisman of Resilience, followed by Helix Pinnacle, passing the turn. I then drop a Training Center and go straight to combat, sending Vadrok to Kelly. In second main, I cast Blasphemous Act.
Nice play.
Results.
I'm so sad. No.
I'm dying.
Sythis will still be on the battlefield because of the totem armor. After that, I cast Treasure Map. I activate it to scry 1 and pass. MG then drops a Sunpetal Grove. He casts Shaper's Sanctuary, followed by Sanctum Weaver. We then go to combat, where Sythis attacks Kelly.
Alright, Kelly, since you hit me so much, I'm gonna hit you for 1 out of spite.
I didn't swing, right? I just dealt
Oh, yeah, maybe.
5 damage to your face.
Yeah.
In second main, MG casts Hidden Ancients, ending the turn. Kelly then drops a mountain. She casts Zada, Hedron Grinder.
6. Yeah, that deck might be actually kind of scary. I'm gonna murderous rider.
Oh, come on!
At the end step, Zach casts the Adventure on Murderous Rider, Swift Hand, destroying Zada. He also puts the first mana into Helix Pinnacle. On his turn, he then drops a Firelit Ticket and casts his commander, Yurlok of Scorch Thrash. After that, he casts Rampant Growth and pass while shuffling. At my upkeep, I activate the treasure map, leaving it on top. I then drop an island and cast Sun Titan. Entering the battlefield, I return Rune of Speed attached to the giant, drawing a card, which is usually a lot better when it doesn't enter the battlefield tapped. MG then drops a forest, and casts Rasta of the Endless Web. He then casts Song of Freelis, passing. Kelly then drops Nykthos Shrine to Nyx. She recasts her commander with the Opal Palace, getting 2 counters this time. At the end step, Zach puts 2 mana into the Pinnacle.
Getting there.
7 more to go.
Zach then drops a forest, and casts Dockside Extortionist. Entering the battlefield, Zach creates 12 treasures. He then casts Eternal Witness, returning the Rampaging Pharazodon to his hand with the ETB. He also casts it immediately. The dinosaur prevents Lifegain, which I'm very thankful for. He then casts Horizon Stone. And before ending his turn, sends Yurlok to Kelly for 4 points of damage. At my upkeep, I activate my treasure map, scrying 1 and putting the final counter on it to transform it into Treasure Cove. I also create 3 treasures. I then land drop Cascade Bluff and pull the trigger by casting Austere Command, naming enchantments and artifacts. Arresta triggers, making a spider token, while me and Zach crack our treasures for mana. Zach has another reaction and uses Yurlok to give each player 3 floating mana. I use this mana to cast Imperial Recruiter. Entering the battlefield, I search my library for Magda, Brazen Outlaw. Before I go to combat, Kelly casts Valakut Awakening with her floating mana, sending 3 mountains to the bottom and drawing 4. MG then takes 3 because of the floating and Yurlok using the old ways of mana burn. I then go to combat, sending the Sun Titan to Zach. With the attack trigger, I bring back Lord Drakis to the battlefield. In second main, I cast my own Valakut Awakening, putting 2 cards on the bottom and drawing 3. On his turn, MG then drops a Plains.
Casting Open the Vaults.
Yeah. So is this just you or
No,
everyone?
it's
Everyone. So I'm going to return in order. I'm going to return Sythis. I'm going to return Spider Umbra attached to Sythis. I'm going to then return Arasta, Hidden Gorillas, Hidden Herd, Dawn of Hope, Greater Realm of Preservation, Hoofprints the Stag, Intangible Virtue, Luminarch Ascension, Sanctum Weaver, Shaper's Sanctuary, Hidden Ancients, Authority of the Consuls, Song of Frey Release, and Selesnya Signet.
Oh no, is it the artifact too?
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
my, you just undid everything.
The dinosaur triggers on the enchantment creatures for 3. Zach gets back some new burn enchantments, Burning Heart, and Tectonic Instability. We jump the gun a bit fast here with MG casting Lingify on Yurlok before I can resolve my ETBs, but it doesn't really matter. I attach my Rune of Speed to Sun Titan again, drawing a card, and do the first chapter of Antiquities War, revealing Bearded Axe from the top 5. MG then casts Wild Growth on the forest and ends his turn. Kelly casts Accelerate on Ripley. She then casts Sudden Breakthrough on her general as well. After that, she equips the Black Blade to the pirate, and then drops a mountain. Finally, she casts Lightning Greaves. This is the 3rd spell for the turn, so Ripley triggers for 16 damage, dealing 16 directly to MG. Kelly decides to keep a blocker and passes.
Alright, I'm gonna keep you around for this turn. I'm gonna pass. I hope I'm not trusting you for nothing.
I got nothing. What you see is what I got.
Vadrok with the shackles. Free me!
Draw for turn. It's a good card I drew.
Nice.
Not for anybody but me, so.
Oh, well.
Zach casts Spell Shock, which is just great. He puts 7 mana in the Pinnacle and pass. I draw for turn and reveal Sword of the Animus for my saga. I cast my own Dockside Extortionist, which in the context was a super top deck. I create 26 treasures. I then cast a card that goes well with such riches, Magda, Brazen Outlaw. I sacrifice 5 treasures to Magda, putting to board Terror of the Peaks. I then tutor again for Maskwood Nexus. I tutor a 3rd time, and without a creature with 5 power in the deck, I go for Jorah Weatherlight Captain. Entering the battlefield, I deal 4 to Zach. I then tutor out Academy Manufacturer, taking Zach out with the Terror of the Peaks ETB. I crew the Weatherlight with Lord Drakis, creating a treasure, a clue, and a food. I tutor out Depala Pilot Exemplar. Going to combat, I send the Sun Titan to MG, and the Weatherlight to Kelly. Sun Titan brings back a land, and the Weatherlight gets rammed from my deck to my hand. The Weatherlight becoming tap also gets me a treasure, a food, and a clue. MG blocks with a spider token. In second main, I cast Ram Senior Artificer. I target MG with the Terror ETB. MG responds by activating Greater Realm of Preservation, preventing the damage. MG then drops a forest, and casts Viridian Revel, a good card against treasure. He then casts Righteous Aura, before activating the Hoofprints of the Stag to create a Stag token. After that, he casts Sacred Mesa.
I don't know how we're gonna take him out.
I'm gonna use 2 of that. I'm gonna use 2 of that down to 5. I'm gonna
We
create
get
a
it, Zach.
token.
Get me back in the game.
And so it would seem.
He casts Darksteel Mutation on my Sun Titan. He casts Bow of Nilea and a Seal of Cleansing. Not quite done, he activates Sacred Mesa for Pegasus. We then go to his combat step, where the hidden gorillas, a Rasta, a spider, and Sythis come to me. I crew my caravan to block the gorillas, I block a Rasta with my beetle titan, and before damage I crack 2 food, gaining 6 life. This triggers MG's enchantment, letting him draw 2 cards. I then take 5 damage. We go to Kelly's turn. Kelly casts Tectonic Reformation. She then uses it to cycle a mountain. She casts Krark the Thumbless, and then a Endless Atlas. This triggers Ripley, and Kelly decides to target MG for 15, knowing he can prevent the damage and that killing me will only give the game to MG.
Let's make this interesting. I will take 15.
Oh, what the hell?
MG, however, surprises us and do not prevent the damage, going down to 3. At the end step, I crew the beetle into the Weatherlight for additional resources.
It's the first game I play with this card and it's already saved my life.
I draw for turn and get the 3rd chapter on the saga, turning my artifacts into 5/5 creatures. I cast Mirror Entity and go to combat. I send the Terror and the Weatherlight to Kelly as they are flying, while everything else go to MG. The blocker step took a while here, so the gist of it is MG cracks his Seal of Cleansing to destroy my Academy Manufacturer before the 19 Magda trigger resolves, ending in 19 treasures only and no food or clue. He blocks and prevents what he can, but the 19 available mana, I can either pump my creatures with the Mirror Entity or tutor with Magda to trigger the Terror of the Peak for additional damage, closing the game. Well played.
It did change my mind when I saw the sword on it.
It's like, oh.
Oh, okay.
Casting 3 spells, good luck. Oh wait, it does 20 damage? Nice.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Check out both our guests today, MG and Zach, on their respective platforms. They make great content. I hope you enjoyed this match, and if you did, liking the video helps a lot with all the YouTube stuff. Take care, my friend, and we'll see you very soon.